name's Adnan Basrari.
I know. Thanks for coming. And what's your occupation?
Well, I'm a student. I'm studying at Emory University.
What do you consider are your current languages?
I speak English, French, Hindi, and Gujarati.
Languages. That's cool. What is that language?
Gujarati. It's one of the dialects in India. It's in the area of Gujarat. So.
Wait, did you get that from your parents?
Yes,
or?
from my dad. He was originally from Gujarat, so he spoke that, and I spoke it.
That's very interesting. In your family, does he speak that language to you, or?
Yes, he does. I mean, there is more English speaking probably than Gujarati, but definitely there's definitely certain times when he does speak Gujarati.
Okay. I heard you were born in Paris, is that correct?
Yes, I was born in Paris.
Des yeux qui font baisser les miens.
Where have you lived other than Paris?
Well, I've lived in Paris for a short while, and then for the most part, I've been living in Dubai my entire life.
So in Dubai, you have no difficulty with communicating with people?
Rarely.
Rarely.
The only time when I've had it's not even been a difficulty with communicating. It's just that people like, let's say like when you're talking to a local over there, someone who's from Dubai, who's an Arab. It's the way they regard you if you can't speak Arabic. Like if you speak Arabic, you can conduct yourself with, let's say, the authorities much easier because you're one of them.
Okay. Yeah.
And if you don't,
So you'll be just the outsider who speaks English with them.
Yeah, because even though English is the most spoken language there, the locals there kind of still regard it as, okay, well, you're an expatriate. But if you speak Arabic, you're one of us.
So in Dubai, what language do they speak? Because it's an international city.
Oh yeah, it's a very international place. I feel like although the language, the original, like the cultural language you could say of Dubai is Arabic, because of the large amount of expatriates that are coming into Dubai, especially in the last 5-10 years, Dubai has become kind of the main language that most people speak there because it's a common ground for everyone. You'll have a person coming from France, from UK, from Russia, some people even from the US, but not that often. English is just the common ground, the one language they kind of connect with, so that's become the most commonly spoken language in Dubai.
So in your school, the students over there basically speak English?
Yes.
So how do you think the language influence on your English learning? The development of your English?
Oh, well, I believe that as much as you learn in a school, even though you can learn a lot of the grammar and all of this in school of the language, you won't actually truly learn it unless you're in an environment where you're forced to speak it, which is the case of me in French. When I go to France, I learned so much more in 2 months than I would in 2 years in the classroom. So similarly, I feel like even though I learned English in class all the time, the fact that I got to speak it with my friends or out of class with them meant I learned it much better than I would if in another country where you don't speak it all the time and you're just learning it in class.
So if presumably that you just came here from a country like France where you didn't speak English at all, so your English wouldn't be as fluent as...
Oh, it definitely would not. The thing with English now is, I can't tell you I can't tell you what structures in an English sentence or what this is like a preposition. I mean, I can give you a general idea, but I don't know that much about grammar, but I can speak it really well.
Yeah. Wait, so you speak another 3 languages. Will these situations affect your English speaking? Do you get confused with the grammar and some pronunciations sometimes? So
I don't think it... I don't know, I've never had that many issues with confusing the languages.
No.
I have not, no. And were I to confuse, I wouldn't confuse, I would make mistakes in English. I would probably make mistakes in French, and then fill in the gaps of the words I didn't know with an English word. So English is my main language, and I use that to kind of fill in space, which I don't know with the other ones.
Okay. So, how long did you stay in Paris?
Really short time.
Really short time.
Probably under 6 months.
So basically, your mother tongue is that dialect and
Gujarati. Yes.
Gujarati, Hindi, and English.
Yeah. I mean, that's the weird thing. When someone asks me what my mother tongue is, I'll say it's Gujarati. But I don't speak Gujarati that well compared to French and English. Because I'm not living in the place where I was born. You know how, let's say here people say I'm from Florida and they've lived in Florida their entire lives. I don't live in the place I'm from. So I don't get to speak that language as much as I do English.
So so you came to the United States for like, have you ever been here before?
A few times, just for summer holidays though.
Okay. How has this moving to the United States helped further develop your mastery of English?
I feel like it's too soon to say, but I feel like it definitely probably would impact, like, make it better, because I'm around people who speak even better English than people in Dubai do, I think.
Yeah, with grammar.
Yeah, and even if you're hanging out with a person from, you know, I don't know, somewhere like Russia or China, the fact they're here at Emory means they probably have a good grasp of a lot of things, including probably the language. So you're with people who probably know what they're talking
about. Thank you, Anna, for coming. I appreciate that you come here and talk to me.
Thanks for having me.